All right, so we'll get started here. So pretty simple. There's a Q&A button at the bottom of this window, and so you can go ahead and submit any questions you have there, and I'll just go through them in order, and as long as there's questions, we will be doing this. So this first question is from Michelle. She is asking, can we send a test email for our membership levels email confirmation? There's no interface element that just like says send test email, but you can get a test email sent by signing up for the thing and having it be sent to your account. One trick with this is use a Gmail account. And when you're using a Gmail account, you can, so say your email is michelle@gmail.com, right? So what you can do is you can sign up for the membership level, and you could do michelle+1@gmail.com. And then if you need to test again, you can do michelle+2@gmail.com. And the reason this is valuable is because, one, you're getting a unique email address every time by adding the +1, 2, 3, whatever you want. It doesn't need to be a number, it could be anything. The other benefit though is even though it's a unique email address as far as MemberMouse is concerned, the email will be sent to michelle@gmail.com. So you will receive all those test emails at your Gmail account. So that's how I would suggest doing it if you want to get test emails. Okay, this next question is from Daniel. I often need to grant access to a page for many membership levels. I always need to go through the whole grant access process for every single membership level. Isn't there an option to check multiple membership levels and then grant access to a certain page for this level in just one step? I'm gonna share my screen. So there isn't an option to do it in the area that you're talking about. However, I don't know if you've seen the drip content scheduler yet. So for everybody watching this, I'm on demo.membermouse.com. This is our demo site. You can see here at the login page, there are admin credentials. So you can just come here and log in. So you can get a peek at how MemberMouse works, maybe test some stuff out if you don't have a MemberMouse account. The database is rotated every 2 hours, so don't worry about messing anything up. So as far as content protection in bulk, essentially, there's a couple of options you have for doing that. One is that you'll notice when you're working with bundles or membership levels, there's a categories area. So by creating categories in WordPress, which I can't do on this demo site actually because that part is locked down. But if you have categories on your WordPress site, you can associate your posts and pages to a category. And then what you can do is just select that category here, and that will tell MemberMouse to protect all posts and pages with that category. So that's one way you can bulk edit things by using the WordPress category feature. The other way is go to product settings, drip content schedule. And here you can view the schedules. You can view the schedules. We call them schedules because sometimes you're dripping content. So basically there's a schedule of dripping. But if your site basically just has all content available on day 0, it's not really a schedule. Basically what this is showing you is all the content that's protected by a particular membership level. So what you can do is you can select whatever membership levels you want to add content to, and then you can click this button to add pages or posts. Do that for one membership level, and then what you can do is you use this copy an existing drip content schedule tool, so you can copy one schedule to another. And you can overwrite the existing schedule, or you can just do it additively. So that's another way you can bulk protect content. Let's see here. Next question. Kimberly. Kimberly's in San Diego. A new member did not use a coupon code during checkout for a membership. Is there a way that I can give them the coupon discount? They are in a free trial period. I want to keep them at the same membership level they are currently on. So you're saying that you have a coupon applied to a subscription with a free trial. And then after the trial, it goes into a subscription, and you're saying that the coupon basically discounts the subscription price. If that's the case, no, there isn't a way that you can, okay. You can't retroactively apply the coupon to the order. So what you would actually have to do is cancel their subscription and have them re-sign up again with the coupon code. Generally speaking, you don't want to have to do something like this, because basically have something cancel and then have the customer need to sign back up, because the chances are they might not do it. But in this case, given that you're giving them a discount, you know, if they do it, I think that they would be incentive enough for them to go through the process again. But yeah, unfortunately, that's how you're gonna have to handle it. Okay, so this next one's from Fabio. You're welcome. This next one's from Fabio. Fabio. I don't know if it's a generational thing, but just hearing the name Fabio, it brings all sorts of images into my head. So I'm imagining that this is from the Fabio when I answer this. Okay, I can't find the location of the text instructions for resetting your password have been sent to you. Okay, I need, what did that say? I can't find the location of the text instructions for resetting your password have been sent to you. Am I the only one who doesn't understand that? Forget the last part. Okay, so you can't find the text instructions for resetting the password. Let's assume that that's that. That appears in the forgot password form after submit. I need to translate it into the Italian language. Okay, it's all making sense now. Fabio is Italian. Okay. And he wants to translate the instructions for resetting the password. Off the top of my head, I don't even know where. Let me share my screen. Where are the reset password? Is it a push notif? Oh, it's I think it's in email settings. Email templates. Yeah, so I think this is what you're talking about, Fabio. So you're talking about how can you translate this to Italian? The way to do it is just come to email settings, go to email templates, and then you just type in whatever text you want here in Italian. Just note that things like this, these are smart tags. So you'll want to keep these as they are so that MemberMouse can insert the dynamic data into the email. Especially this itself, you don't want to mess with. This is the actual link that they're going to click to be able to reset their password. So outside of this link, everything else you can change and translate to Italian. Okay. So that is the quickest office hours that I've ever done. I got through all the questions. So do people have more questions? Also, if you want, I don't know where people are at with their relationship with MemberMouse, if you're just getting started, you have an existing site. But if you want me to talk about something general, something you're planning for the future, thinking about, strategy questions, you know, happy to cover those things as well. You don't, it doesn't need like to be a specific technical question. But one of my weaknesses is I do actually need a question in order to talk. So, okay, so this is from Michael. My custom checkout form doesn't display. Can you talk about how to create a custom checkout form? I can certainly talk about how to create a custom checkout form, but I'm sure by this point you've seen the article about how to create custom checkout forms. And if you have, I mean, that's what I'm going to show. So custom checkout forms. Yeah, you've seen that. So, so the fact that the form's not showing probably means that there's an HTML. It's possible that there's like some broken HTML. Is the page that your custom form on, is it public? Is it online right now? And if so, can you send me the link? Because it's possible that the form actually is displaying, like if you look at the source code, it might be in there, but that's the first thing I would look at, is to see if it's actually displaying in the source code. And if it is in the source code, but you're not seeing it on the page, that basically means that you have maybe some like div tags in your HTML that aren't open and closed properly. So the browser can't interpret you're doing on a staging site. Okay, but that's the first thing I would check. So basically what you do is, actually, I should have kept that open. Hold on. Custom checkout page. Okay, so going through this article. I feel like I did this recently. Oh yeah, I did this last week. So I'm going to go to this checkout page examples article. I'm just going to pick something at random. Collect billing information. Okay, so this gives me the code for a form where I can check the billing information. I'm going to download this sample code. Okay, and then for a custom form, checkout form, we basically need this opening and closing tag. Go to create a page, call it custom checkout, and HTML. Paste in this. So the opening and closing tag for the form is what's needed to specify that this is a checkout form. And then you specify the product ID that you want this form to be used to purchase. I think you can also do membership IDs too. The documentation will say, for the documentation for the form tag will tell you what options you have for attributes here. But let's just say that we want to have this form be used to purchase a specific product. So we go to our products and let's just say, okay, we're going to do this basic plan, ID 8. Okay, so I'm going to put ID 8 here. And then I go back to this code, this starting point that I just got. That's a checkout form for collecting billing information. And I paste that in between the form tags. So I'll publish this. I'm just going to take a peek at the chat. So have you gotten to this point, Michael? Have you done all that? So at this point, now that I've done that, if I go view this page in an incognito window, we should see the checkout form, which we do. So if you followed those steps and you're not seeing this, two things actually, I think if you don't provide a product ID, oh, it's just going to do the default product if you do that. Yeah. So if you've done all this and you're not seeing the form, then like I said, it could be an HTML issue on your page. What you can do, so in order to view the source, you basically, in any browser usually, hold on a second, I just messed something up. Okay, in any browser, I keep trying to open a new window and Zoom is capturing my key command, so it's changing my camera. Okay, so we go to the checkout page. Now in any browser, you should be able to right click and there should be like a view page source option. So basically all you want to do is look for this open form HTML tag. If you find that on your page by looking at the source, then that means that MemberMouse is rendering the form. If you see it in the source, but you're not visually seeing it on the page, then that is basically proof positive that there's some HTML syntax issue that you need to fix in order for the browser to process it correctly. So that's what I would look at. If it's something outside of that, if it's not that, you definitely are gonna need to email our support team, give them access so they can specifically look at your situation and offer more guidance. Okay. So we got some questions from Kimberly. I just launched my site on May 10th and have a free trial period, so I haven't gotten it into the nitty-gritty payment processing yet. I wanted to know if there is a way to delete old coupon codes that I used during testing. I've already deleted all the applicable products, membership users, etc. I don't know off the top of my head. I feel like if my intuition is that if you've used those coupon codes to place orders, then the answer is no, because we very strictly make sure that you can't compromise the database by deleting things. Because if you delete a coupon code that's attached to an order, well, now that order is orphaned. It's not going to know what coupon code that's talking about. So if we go to coupons, so I can delete this coupon because it's never been used, okay? But if I use it, so you can see there, it's got the delete icon, okay. But if I use it, so if I go to the demo site and make a purchase, and on the checkout page, apply the coupon code and sign up. So now I've used the coupon. So if I go back to the coupons page, you'll see I can't delete it because now it's attached to an order. But what you can do is you can archive it. So if you don't want it to be displayed, you can archive those coupons. So at least visually, from a cleanliness perspective, you're not going to see them. And if you do want to see your archive coupons, you can click this. And I think, yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Regarding how to get more signups, is it better to give a free trial that expires or a free trial tied to a subscription? I have a membership directory for artisans. For social proof, I want the directory populated with a lot of artisans right away, so others feel more comfortable joining. My feeling is that it's better to have a free trial go into a subscription. Especially given that you're stating that your intention for not going to a subscription would be just to basically have your directory populated with a bunch of people. That's the kind of situation that in my mind would be a short-term gain, long-term loss. Because maybe, yeah, you'd get, if you didn't have to collect people's credit card up front, sure, you get a lot of people. I actually did this with MemberMouse in the beginning. When I first went to go sell MemberMouse, I made it free. And I got like tons of signups. You know, it was awesome. But none of those people actually ended up being good customers. Like they weren't, because people see free and they're like, oh, like, let's sign up. Great. Like, and you think you want that, but actually you want people to take it more seriously. You want them to say, okay, there's a price on this. Let me actually look through it and see if I'm interested in it. And there's a number of reasons why that's good. One is that if they actually decide to buy, they're going to retain with you potentially. If they don't buy, well, now you know that there's an issue with your marketing. There's an issue with your who you're targeting potentially, and your connection, how you're promoting and positioning your course or offering. I don't know if you said it was a course. You know, so I know it's tempting. But yeah, I would make people pay for it and just make sure you get your offer correct. You could use a coupon though, like you're doing. You know, we actually on my course that I run using MemberMouse, what I do is I use deadline funnels. So my course is a $79 one-time payment, but for 24 hours, the first time you see the page, it'll say 30% off. And it's actually a real thing. If you don't accept it in 24 hours, you won't be able to. It's not like a fake timer. You know, something like that could work as well to incentivize people. Also, what I did when I launched the course is I reached out to people directly, people I knew, people in my community. It's a tea course, so people I know who drink tea and like tea, to get their feedback. So I basically gave the course away to a lot of people so I could get feedback. So that's another option. So when I first launched, I had a number of people who were in my directory, in my membership, who actually hadn't purchased the product, but they were still qualified and relevant people, you know, who will contribute in a positive way to the community. So you could do that. Great. Sounds like you're on the right path too. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thank you, Kimberly, for asking those questions, because now we're more close to the regular length of office hours. So I feel better about that than just being done in 11 minutes. Does anybody else have questions? How are people liking the new website, the new membermouse.com website? Michael's saying, I have modified the standard checkout page. Is it possible to copy that checkout page to another page? And Michael says, I love the design of the new site. Thanks, I'm glad you like it. Yes, I would say don't modify the default checkout page itself to be a custom form, because it's important to have a default checkout page that isn't specifically for purchasing one product. It's important to have that default checkout page so that in the future, if you create more products, there's always going to be a checkout page where people can buy any product in your catalog. If you modify the default checkout page to be specific to a product, well, now, unless you create a new custom checkout page for every new product that you create, people aren't going to be able to buy all of your products. But it is fine to copy all of the code, everything that's on the default checkout page, and create a new page and paste it all in there and use that as a starting point. Pretty much all you would need to do at that point. So if we go look at, oh, I need to share my screen. If we go look at the default checkout page on this site, not new page. Checkout. I want to view this in HTML. Okay, so if I literally just copy all of this and then add a new page, and then say edit as HTML, and then paste it all in, publish. All you would have to do is right at the top here, you would just need to put your specific product ID that you want to associate with the custom form. When we did this example earlier, I used product ID 8. So I just made that one change. And now, unless I've missed something, if I open up an incognito window and paste that in, I should have our default checkout page, but purchasing the specific product that I just typed into the form, which is what it's doing. So this is the way it should be. Cool, glad that helped. All right, so unless there's any more questions, I think we're all wrapped up for office hours today.